Hey, what's up everyone? It's Silver, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a book haul. I went to two places. I went to my local library in Long Island, and then I went out to New York City and I went to the Strand, which is the best bookstore in New York City. If you're ever in town and you like books, that's where you need to go. Not to Barnes & Noble, to the Strand. Number one, the books are a lot cheaper. Number two, they have more of an amazing selection. Number three, they organize their books on the first floor extremely well, and you get to see like the recommendations from the people who work there. You get to see top-selling books. You get to go through their banned books. You get to go through all classics, leatherbounds. On the top floor, they have extremely rare and signed books, which is also pretty awesome if you want to spend a little bit more money. And they just have a lot of really cool merchandise that you can go through, and you'll love it. And on the outside of the Strand, on the sidewalk, they have books for 50 cents to $3, and usually you can find classics and classic plays and Shakespeare for 50 cents in pretty good condition, and so that's where I like to go. The first haul that I'm going to bring up are the books that I got from the Strand. Then I'll go through the ones that I got in my library, and they're both pretty good. So I got The French Revolution from 1789 to 1799, and it's a really short book, really quick read through. It's just a little something like a brain filler that I like to do while I'm on the train. Sometimes I get tired of graphic novels and fantasy books, and I just want to fill my brain with information and something substantial, and I like to learn. I'm not in school right now, so this really helps me stay, awake and just keep me there on a different level. So this was a good read that I picked up. The next one, which I'm actually reading right now, is Core Concepts and Cultural Anthropology, and it's like a mini textbook. They go through different terms with you. It's great to just pick up a highlighter and to go through all the terms that they explain. Right now I'm on the chapter on linguistics, and it's pretty cool. So this is the one that I'm reading right now. The next I got is Polyverse Part 1, The Fulcrum, and this is a really interesting book because as you go through it, let's see if I can find it. On the bottom there are parts where you can decide. It's a book about multiple universes. You can decide on which chapter you want to go through depending on your answer, and it'll just take you through there. It's kind of like those Goosebumps books that used to have different endings on the bottom and that you could just choose a different scenario and then jump to that page. This is kind of like that, which is why it's probably called the Polyverse. So that's what I picked up. The next is another super short book. All of these are super short, and it's Democracy's Big Day, the Inauguration of Our President from 1789 to 2009, ending of course with, oh, cool. Okay. Sometimes I like to go through these books from the Strand because they have information about the previous owner. This person worked in the World Trade Center, which is amazing. Wow, on the 29th floor. This is fantastic. Oh my gosh. I love it. It's a letter from the publishing company and about how he requested this book. Okay, I love it. I always keep things like these. I actually once opened up a fantasy novel. It was one of the Throne of Glass series, and everyone who had read that book on a little index card had written their name. Justin was here, Rebecca was here, I wrote my name, Silver was here. So it's just a lot of fun, and it gives your books character. I loved finding stories in used books. I think one of these days I'm going to take a bunch of the books that I don't want anymore, I'm going to sell them to the Strand, which you can also do as well, and I'm going to write my life story in there, and my YouTube channel so they can find me. Freaking cool. The next book that I picked up was The Politics of Aristotle, edited and translated by Ernest Barker, and this is a thicker read. I'm not sure when I'm going to pick this up and read it. I do like Aristotle, but this is interpretation by someone else, so it's just one of those brain fillers that I picked up just because. And those are the books that I got from the Strand. The next books that I picked up were from my local library in Long Island, and each of these books was about 50 cents to $1, so the entire haul was just $4. These books from the Strand were all $1.50, so that came out to be like $5. Okay, here we go. I got Howard's End by E.M. Forster, and it's one of the Barnes & Noble classics, and I got it for $1, and it's just good to keep a collection of the classics, especially if they're in good condition like this one, because you're going to want to read them later on, or you're just going to want to make your library pretty. The next book that I picked up is The Known World by Edward P. Jones, winner of the Pulitzer Prize, and it's a historical novel. I do like to put a lot of Pulitzer Prize winning books in my library, because sometimes I pick up a book and it's so dull and it meets just my expectations just go from here to here really quick after the first few pages, and I need to clear my brain and put good literature in there, so I pick up a classic novel or I pick up a Pulitzer Prize winner, and that way I know I won't be disappointed. The next one is a winner of the 1995 Pulitzer Prize, The Stone Diaries. And this is just about a woman who struggles to find out her place in life. So I'm just gonna pick up a contemporary read, I guess. The next two books that I'm really excited about are Stephen King books. The Dark Tower 1 and The Dark Tower 2. I love me some Stephen King. Love him, love him, love him. He's my Neil Gaiman and I love him. So these were bestsellers, as you can say up here, and I always give Stephen King a chance because I'm never disappointed when I read any of his books. Lastly, for, what was it, 50 cents? Yep, I got the play A Raisin in the Sun, which is a classic and everyone should have it. I'm not fond of reading plays, but sometimes I'm in the mood and I go through it in about like half an hour, which I love. I act things out in my brain. I give, characters all these amazing outfits and personalities, and it's really like watching the movie or creating a play in my own brain. So those are the books that I got. Thank you for watching. Namaste.